Hey everyone, and welcome to Revitalize Mental Health's YouTube channel. My name is Daniel Gospodarik, and I am one of the therapists at Revitalize Mental Health. I am just bringing a topic that I sometimes see come up a lot in especially in trauma therapy, and that's the topic of people wanting to heal so quickly, even though sometimes the actual therapy in and of itself needs to move slower to allow the body time, space, and just the ability to recognize, notice, and name and track internal sensations and emotions. So it's kind of this dilemma that people want to come in, they want to heal quickly, which I want them to heal quickly too. But if we do that too quickly, we can also then just put the nervous system back into fight or flight or collapse mode. So really what the trauma therapy has to do is slow it down so that we can work through some of those natural defense mechanisms that we all do day to day, from suppression of emotion, repression of emotion, denial, intellectualization, dissociation, right? So therapy needs to move slow enough so that we can notice, okay, that there's a defense mechanism showing up here, a defense skill that is very adaptive, and it has its own time and place, but maybe no longer serves the larger purpose of where you are in your life. So by slowing down, we can undo that defense mechanism. Not that it's not there anymore for you to use, but more so that we can undo it so that we can allow the body, the nervous system, and the brain time and space to heal from that traumatic situation, that overwhelming situation. So that is one of the things that I excuse me, that I commonly see in trauma therapy. And our world has so much stress, overwhelm, and trauma. There were a lot of, in the news recently, a lot of firefighters or EMTs that have lost their lives, and not only stress for first responders, but also stress for their families and loved ones, right? So it's widespread, the stress and trauma that just kind of permeates our society. And by bringing in the capacity to notice, name, and track, especially in somatic experiencing therapy, we are able to then allow the body and the nervous system that space, the time that it needs to heal, versus just kind of wanting to get over it quickly, right? Because if we go too quickly, we may not go deep enough to actually create healing. And so that's part of our role as trauma therapists, or my role as a trauma therapist specifically, is to slow things down so that we can be with emotion, so we can regulate the nervous system, so that we can just be and exist without having these internal urges or restlessness or desire for that things need to be perfect. And if they're not perfect, then what does that mean? So thanks for listening. Just wanted to give a little bit of information, psychoeducation, and some background on what trauma therapists do inside their trauma therapy sessions with clients. Thank you. Bye.